Hello everybody, welcome to my dining room this week, and it is very windy outside, so if you hear the wind in the background or you see the curtains move, I do apologise. So we're still thinking about perseverance, and today we are going to think about meeting a personal challenge. So not making one, but actually meeting that personal challenge. I'm going to start with some opening words. On our journey of life, may God go ahead to lead the way. May God go behind to spur us on. May God stay alongside to be our friend. When St. Paul was a prisoner in Rome, he sent a letter to his friends saying the following: I can do all things through him who strengthens me. How do you think God strengthened Paul? Take a minute, talk to the person next to you. We thought earlier in the term about how life can be like a race. Do you remember? Today we're going to think about it as a journey. A journey can sometimes take longer than a race, but it can be just as challenging. Sometimes the route can be easy, the weather is fine and sunny, there are lovely views and we can reach our destination with no trouble at all. At other times the route can be difficult. The weather might be stormy, we can't see very far, and we need lots of perseverance to reach our destination. This is a story about Griff. Griff was in year 5. At Griff's school, the year 5s always went orienteering at the Wilderness Centre. Griff was dreading it. The Wilderness Centre was miles from anywhere. Griff liked the town, not hills, rivers or woods. He liked travelling in his mum's car, not walking places. He liked playing on his computer, not climbing trees. He just knew that he would hate the Wilderness Centre. The time had come. The next morning he would have to go. How can I get out of this? Thought Griff. Maybe I could pretend to be ill. Time for bed, don't forget to put your alarm on. You don't want to get there late, said Griff's mum as he went off to bed. Okay, said Griff, but really he didn't want to get there at all. That night, Griff had the strangest dream. Good morning, Griff. I'm Mr. Nevergiveup, the warden here at Wilderness Centre. I'm very glad you came bright and early before everyone else because I want you to try out the new orienteering course I've designed. I'm actually rather proud of it. It's a new route called the Perseverance Challenge. Here's the map. I'll be interested to know how you get on. Don't forget the Perseverance Challenge. I'm sure you will have heard it before. If you can't go under it and you can't go over it, then Griff, you must go through it. I bet some of you recognise that. And with that, Mr. Nevergiveup was gone. Griff was horrified. He'd never expected this. It was his worst nightmare. Suddenly, the Perseverance Challenge map began to shiver and shake and even squeal in the most peculiar way, not particular. Griff looked down at it. Challenge 1, the Beastly Bog. Ooh. As he looked up, sure enough, there it was, the Beastly Bog right in front of him. I can't face that, he thought. I might as well give up now. But then he remembered Mr. Nevergiveup's Perseverance Challenge. If you can't go under it and you can't go over it, then you must go through it. Squish, squelch, squish, squelch, squish, squelch. Slowly and squelchily, Griff made it through the Beastly Bog. And finally, he got to the other side. Phew! Griff felt quite relieved and even a little pleased with himself. for not giving up. But before he had time to catch his breath, the Perseverance Challenge map began to shiver and shake and squeal in his hands once again. Griff looked down at the map. Challenge 2, the Brambly Forest. As he looked up again, sure enough, there it was, right in front of him, the Brambly Forest. Oh no, I hate brambles and nettles, and that forest is full of them. Then Mr. Never Give Up's Perseverance Challenge came back to him. If you can't go over it and you can't go under it, then you must go through it. Scritch, scratch, scritch, scratch, scritch, scratch. But finally Griff stumbled his way through the brambles and out the other side. Phew! I reckon I did okay in that forest. At least I didn't let it beat me. Griff began to become altogether a bit more confident. He even felt ready for the next challenge. And sure enough, the Perseverance Challenge map began to shiver and shake and squeal in his hands. Griff looked down at the map. Challenge 3, the Raging River. When he looked up, there it was right in front of him, the Raging River. This time Griff shouted out the Perseverance Challenge without being reminded. Can you join in? If you can't go over it and you can't go under it, then you must go through it. Splash, splosh, splash, splosh, splash, splosh. Phew! I may be wet through and cold, but I think I managed that river rather well. And then quite suddenly, there was Mr. Never Give Up, the warden, standing right in front of him. Well done, Griff. You have successfully completed the Perseverance Challenge. You didn't give up when you were muddy from the beastly bog. You didn't give up when you were scratched in the brambly forest. And you didn't give up when you got wet through in the Raging River. In fact, you kept on going. I think you'll be showing the others the way when they come. Time for a steaming mug of hot chocolate. I think you deserve it. There we go. Have you ever needed perseverance and courage to meet a challenge? Perhaps you've tried something new like Griff, even though you would rather have stayed at home. Is there a challenge you're facing now that's new and maybe a little bit scary? Perhaps like Griff at the start of the story, you might be wondering how you'll manage it. Pause me here, have a chat with your friend, share with your teacher. What is that challenge that actually might be a bit tough right now that you need your courage and perseverance to get done? Come back to me when you're ready. We're going to pray. The Perseverance Prayer. Lord Jesus, when I feel worried about facing a new challenge, help me to persevere. When the going gets tough, help me to persevere. When I feel like giving up, help me to persevere. Amen. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.